Hi guys, good morning everyone. Well, let's start off with a small case and some tips, and I'll go a lot more detailed into this case later on, okay? But just for you to get the sense of this group, for me, it's been a very wonderful journey going through simplicity. So there were cases in my clinical practice that once were complex, once were much more difficult to solve, and now I think we got a lot of new strategies to approach these cases and go through them in a very, very different way and in a much simpler way. So look at this simple case. It's a bicuspid, a root fracture. One of the distal part was to the bone. And the key message is that there were no grafts and no tooth extraction. So when we face a tooth extraction, I think that nowadays, and I would love to hear your opinion on that, I think nowadays we can do it with really extracting the tooth. That's the way we should try to do it. Not that is always possible. Sometimes it won't be possible, but many, I would say most of the time, you will be able to just destroy selectively your tooth. And if you destroy it selectively, you will have no need for grafts, and you won't do a real tooth extraction as you destroy your tooth in a selective way. I'll have to call it reverse PET, reverse partial extraction therapy. And this will make your approach a lot simpler. Then you can also think about put a surgical abutment, the implant extender concept. You put your implant, your immediate implant in, and then you extend your implant with a special surgical abutment, and you can see that your implant will be well underneath the gingival level, and many times not just the gingival level, but also the bone level. You can do a provisional with a CAD CAM or even a direct provisional. I'll go a lot into detail in this case later on, as I've told you. I'll go step by step on this. But the thing is that you can end up with this beautiful gingival contour. And remember, this is not the implant you're looking at. You're looking at the surgical abutment. In this case, this is an octa abutment, and the implant is well underneath this. We're talking about more than 4 or 5 millimeters underneath. That's where the implant's connection is. Okay, so that's the way you can do it. And this is the CBCT, the post-op CBCT at 3 years. This is 3 years post-op. Hell, you got your crown in, your final crown in, and you got this beautiful gingival contour, despite you have not a very cooperative patient. But despite that, you have created natural surrounding conditions that allow you to finish the case like this. What are the details? And I'll tell you, I'll say it again. I'll go through this case a lot more in detail than we did here. But the details, after all, and the take-home messages are that I did no grafts, no tooth extraction. All I did was selective tooth destruction instead, the reverse PET. I've extended my implant with a surgical abutment, with an abutment that I've placed during the implant placement surgery procedure. I've done immediate load here, and my final crown is going to be a zirconia crown. There's some detail into it as well. You should never glaze the gingival contact, and we'll go through this in a lot more detail. So that's the main goal of this group, is being safe and simple, and enhance your clinical practice with that.